Hello everyone, my name's Mark. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about radioactive minerals that can be found in Cornwall. They're quite abundant down here, and they're really only easily found with a Geiger counter or a dosimeter, which is what I have here, ticking away. Background radiation is usually about 0.12 microsieverts per hour. Down here we're getting slightly elevated reading. So that's 25, 0.25. The background radiation in Cornwall is, certain places of Cornwall is naturally higher than other places. My front garden being one of them. So why is this so high? Well, I've got a couple of rocks here to show you. I've got a couple of little interesting bits. So, over there, at the end of the lawn, you can see a big bush. Underneath the bush, there are two rocks. I'll zoom right in. There we go. Look at that. There you go. The one on the right, the big one, is from South Terras. South Terras is near Grampound Road. The one on the left is from Wheal Edward, which is down near Batallic, down sort of St Just, Land's End way. Two big mines. We're in Pool at the moment, which is in between Campbell and Redruth. I'll show you some stuff from around here as well. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit closer. So here we are, 0.21, 0.20. I'm going to walk towards this. And what you're listening for is every time a energetic particle or ray hits the Geiger tube on the back of this Geiger counter, every time it hits it, it will beep. So the more beeps, the more radioactive it is, basically. Now, we're about 3 meters away now. If we give it some time, we should see it start to rise. You can hear it now. Getting a little bit more excited. Gonna get a bit closer. Yeah. All of a sudden you can hear a very big jump, and look at that. We jumped over, there we go, look at that. There's about 10 times background radiation here, about 2 meters away from the rocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little look at these two. Right, we're about 1 meter away now. We're getting some high readings now, as you can hear. Right, what we're going to do now, oh look at that, straight up. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at this one first. This one here, as I say, came from Wheal Edward down near Batallic. And what this is pitch blende. You can see this here. This was a seam of pitch blende that's come out. There's a little seam that runs down there. You can see some oxidization of the minerals happening just here. But here we have a nice surface there of pitch blende, which we should get some pretty cool readings from. So, well, here we are. Right, so we're about 30 centimeters away now, about a foot away. It's getting very high. And we'll go right in for the kill, shall we? Yep, 13, 185, 199. 270, 299, 314, look at that, up she goes, 390, what we're going to try and see if we can get some nice high readings off of that. over 400, 407. Still going up. Now, if I was to tell you that 1,000 microsieverts equals 1 millisievert, and 1 millisievert is everybody's annual dose, what you should be receiving is your annual dose. So, this is going to give you an annual dose in about an hour, probably about 2 hours and 20 minutes, I'd say. Maybe 2.5. So, go on that one. Now this one. This is brilliant, this one. I found this one in South Terras after the farmer had been digging up the area to create a drainage ditch. Now, South Terras has been raided by lots of mineral collectors over the years, so I was quite lucky to get there when I was there. And I was looking for minerals, and I couldn't find anything because my Geiger counter was going crazy. The reason I couldn't find anything after about an hour of looking and just getting continuous, very, very high readings everywhere, I found this rock on top. And this rock was scattering my Geiger counter, basically. I couldn't... I took the rock away and then I could find some stuff. So I brought the rock home. Right. Here we are. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. About 250. Not quite as radioactive as that one. The reason being, I think this, because this is pure pitchblende, we can get right close to the tube. It contains a lot of radium. I'm going to show you a little experiment now. Now, if I bring this away, the little birdies are not happy about me because all their nests are in here. They're not happy about me being here. If you look at that greenish yellowy colour there, that is uranium oxide, also known as yellow cake, which is what they make nuclear bombs and nuclear weapons and everything. It's the first stage of enrichment. Now, this first stage happens naturally with weathering, but I'm going to show you a very interesting little experiment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to contaminate myself. So I've got my tripod over here, and I've got a nail brush, and I've got warm soapy water. So I'm going to reset this so that it counts back here, and I'm going to do something in the name of science. What I'm going to do, not the bird poop, I've done this as you can see, I'm going to scratch the tiniest amount of uranium oxide under my fingers. A little tiny bit, don't need all that much. So there we can see all that yellow dust, which I mustn't breathe, as you can see on my fingers. Now we're going to go back to the Geiger counter. Hello. And we're going to see what happens. So we're at 0.23, which is where we started. Now put that on the tripod. And right, watch this. So 0.24. Do you see that? Look at that. That's from that little tiny bit of dust on my finger. Just on the back of the counter. And that is how you get contaminated. Now, my fingers are contaminated, so what I'm going to do, being very sensible, is wash them off, give them a good old scrub with a nail brush, get that out from underneath, right underneath my fingernails. I'm going to wash very important that you do this if you're handling uranium or anything like that. You must wash your hands. The worst thing you can do is inhale or ingest it, so just be careful really. There we go. Now let's have a look. Give the Geiger a little wipe off. Now let's have a look. See if I've decontaminated myself. So we're still a little bit up, but we should certainly 35. Yeah, there's nothing on my fingers now. It's constant. It would be going up if it was still there. Wonderful. Right. Now, I said that I was going to show you something. Right. This wall is built of deads that came out of East Pool and Agar, which is a mine just up the road from here. Lots of strange minerals and all kinds of different types of quartz and granite and different colours. And look, here you can see some oxidisation of some copper mineral that's in that piece there, and the copper is leaching out. Now, we don't little interesting, but you normally get something a little bit interesting in granite, but nothing jumps out. Now, what we see here, something's a little bit exciting, as you can hear. So what is it? It's that one. Doesn't look like anything really. It's like a dirty old rock. But bearing in mind that this wall has been here for hundreds of years, getting a very high reading off of that. Not as high as over there, but a high reading nevertheless. And that just goes to show you that uranium and radioactive materials can be around you and you don't even know it. What I'm going to show you now, it's at the end of the drive, is something that is quite interesting, I think. A little bit more, basically. So, here we are. Bus stop. And we're a little bit high around here because of my super rock over there. But the bus stop is built right in front of a radioactive wall. So here we are, getting very high doses of radiation at the bus stop. So basically you're waiting for your bus, and in Cornwall that's a long wait usually, and you get yourself a suntan. Anyway, thank you very much. Hope you found that interesting. Look out for my other videos. There's some other interesting rocks and underground stuff on my YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye bye.